What is up? Gear Squad, Chain Gear here bringing the video, and today we are talking about Destiny 2. Specifically, we are talking about one of my favorite tools to utilize with Destiny 2. Of course, I am always playing Destiny 2 on my PlayStation 4 with my clan, the Obsidian Gears. I'm literally on it right now as we speak. But today, like I said, we're going to talk about a tool that I use with Destiny all the time. Now, my two favorite tools is Destiny Item Manager. I did do a video about Destiny Item Manager earlier. I'll go ahead and link to that in the description down below. But this is my second favorite tool, and it's called Braytech. I absolutely love Braytech.org. It is a wonderful tool, and we're going to review it today. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Now, Braytech within the game is a company that basically created Exos, they created Rasputin, they created the Seraph armor, the Seraph weapons, the Ikelos weapons, all of that stuff, right? And in here, in our world, Braytech is a website that takes all of these different tools utilizing Bungie's public API and just makes them so easy to use, and there's a bunch of information. So literally the only two tools I use is Destiny Item Manager to manage all of my items, my vault, all of the different items and weapons, gear throughout all of my three characters, and I utilize Braytech to look at all of the information like my quests, maps, checklists, etc., etc. And so we're going to jump into this. Now, as you guys can see right on the front page, it says that there's information about your clan, triumphs, maps, quests, this week, what's going on, reports to take a look at post-game information, etc. So first thing you're going to do is actually log in to Braytech, and you're going to link your Bungie account with Braytech. Once you do that, you'll be greeted with a page like this, and you'll be able to select your character. So as you can see, you can select all of them. It'll show you all of your Bungie information. I'm going to go ahead and click on my Titan. Now, this is originally just going to send you straight to the Now tab, but we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to take a look at some of these other tabs that I find really, really helpful and really interesting. Now, I highly recommend you just go to Braytech.org and you kind of play with this. So I'm just going to give you guys just a general rundown on some of the things I find cool and what all of these tabs really mean. So we're going to start with clan. Again, shout out to Obsidian Gears. And this is a great place to start. If you guys have a clan and you guys are really involved, especially if you're a clan leader, you're going to want to take a look at this. The reason being is because you can actually manage your clan here, take a look at different information, see where folks might need some help, or see which people you might be able to rely on. So for example, even though this has different information here, the more interesting thing is actually being able to go to your clan roster and look at information here. This will show when people last played, so you can actually see are people active, when are they active. You can see people's different information like triumph score, which right now mine's the highest in the clan, or you can take a look at glory, which right now Legend has the highest glory rank. Shout out to you, Legend. So you can take a look at things like that. That's really helpful. But one of the things I really like is actually looking at clan statistics. This is so cool. You can actually look at the statistics of your entire clan, like how many kills in its entirety does your clan have against enemies of the light, right? It's so cool. But honestly, what a lot of people want to know is like Crucible statistics. Now, I don't want to put people on blast, so I'm not going to like jump into it too much. But as you guys can see, Bullet Train with the highest kills. But also, as you guys can see, the highest KD. Again, shout out to Legend. So, things that you guys want to see or you might want to see about your clan and taking a look at that kind of stuff, you can look at right here. You can even look at things like raid stats as well, who has the most time played, who again has the best KD. That's right, KDs are effective measurement, within, raids. So you can take a look at that. And of course, once again, your boy is out here, so you can take a look at things like that. So that's the clan tab. You can get information about your clan, and I absolutely love this tab. It's very, very helpful for me as a clan leader, so definitely something you want to take a look at. The next tab is the collections tab. Now, this is going to be helpful for everyone. This looks just like the collections tab within the game, and honestly, it acts just like it. You've got all of your different items here. So for example, we can take a look at armor. and it'll show you all of the different armor sets that exist, and it's split just the same exact way that it is in the game, but it gives you a lot more information. So for example, this is just the normal Crucible set, the Binary Phoenix suit. So if you want this, obviously it'll tell you where to get it. It'll tell you, what the general base roll stats are for it. It'll even show you what ornaments you have. That's really helpful as well. And it'll actually show you what percentage of people have it as well. So I'm feeling pretty lucky because this Fireforged Titan mark, which is an old Titan mark, that's an ornament, I actually got it back in the day, and only a third of players actually even have this. So, I'm feeling pretty good about that. So that kind of stuff is pretty cool to look at if you want to fill out your collection. So for example, for trials, I'm still missing the helmet, I'm still missing the chest plate, I'm still missing the mark. Those are things that I'm really going to try and push for getting, because I want to clear this thing out. I want to have everything, right? So that's pretty cool to have. So you can do this with everything in collections. It's pretty cool. You can do it for exotics if you're missing things. Another thing that's pretty cool as well is it shows you what you might be missing, but it also shows you things that might be going away soon. So for example, if you don't have bad juju, you're going to want to get it soon. If I actually click on bad juju here, I can see all of the information about this weapon. It's so cool. I can look at basic characteristics like the fact that it's a kinetic and it uses primary ammo. Its weapon stats. Not only does it show your normal stats like impact and range, it shows hidden stats like aim assist and zoom. So very, very helpful. It shows your weapon perks. It actually gives you information on the weapon perks. It shows you weapon mods if you have anything on them. Of course, this is an exotic, so it won't show that. It shows a screenshot. It shows the lore. And of course, it also shows the commonality, which is pretty cool as well. Now, if you wanted to see how you actually got this, again, you can go back to collections, you can go to exotics, and it'll show you down below. It comes from an exotic quest or challenge. And as we know, of course, you get it from an exotic quest. So these are the types of things that you might want to take a look at. If you don't have Outbreak, you're going to want to get it now. You don't have Thorn, you're going to want to get it now because it might be going away soon. So collections tab has a lot of information, a lot more than just the base Destiny game has. So take a look at your collections tab for sure. And the next thing is the Triumph score. Now, I love the Triumph tab. Why? Because you're able to look at so much information. Now, it looks similar to the Triumph page when you're actually diving in the game, but again, it has so much more information. Shows your Triumph score right there, but you're actually able to search for specific Triumphs, and then you're actually able to dive into either Triumphs, the different categories they're in, or seals. So a lot of people want to go ahead and do that with seals, right? So maybe you're trying to go ahead and get the newest seal, right? I'll go ahead and click on that. This is the Moment of Triumph seal, and it'll show all of the different things that you've already completed or the ones that you haven't completed. So for example, this is, let's take a look at this one. Completing Eater of Worlds. It's going to show you that you actually are able to get these things from doing it. I already did that. It shows that I'm out of 15% of people that have actually completed this, so that's pretty dope. Now, one of the things I like is that I'm able to hide the things that I've already done, and it allows me to just focus on things I need to complete. Like, for example, for the Vanguard, I didn't realize I needed to even do this. So I actually need to do 15 more strikes, so I'll definitely make sure I do that soon. It actually shows other things as well, like, for example, I need to get Traveler's Chosen, which is an exotic I'm going to need to get later on in the year. Now, what's cool about this as well is that Destiny has a public API, and it actually gives you more information that's in the game. So if you actually want to know more about Traveler's Chosen, you can go to Collections, go to Exotics, and you'll actually see Traveler's Chosen down here. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, so I'm not going to click on it so you actually see some of the traits and things like that. But if you're interested in seeing what the new exotic Traveler's Chosen is all about, you can go ahead and go to Braytech.org, go to Exotics, and you can click on this and spoil it for yourself. So that's pretty cool. Now back to Triumphs, another thing I really like is you can actually click this little green tab on any of the Triumphs and it'll track it for you. This is so cool. I absolutely love this because right now I'm trying to finish these 2 lore books so I can finish my Chronicler title, my Chronicler seal. And to do that, I need to go ahead and get this lore. So the more lore I get, it'll keep updating this and I can dive in and it'll go ahead and just show me, okay, this is kind of where you are with the Triumph. Now, a good way to actually track your Triumph is going to come up later, and we'll talk about that, and I'll make sure we jump back to that. So that is the Triumph page. Next is actually the Trackers page. We're not really going to go over this. This is pretty much the same exact thing that we've seen in the Tracker page within Destiny. If you're interested in taking a look at some of the things you can track, for example, Crucible, you can quickly take a look at your KDA here. Any of this kind of stuff, feel free to go through it. It's not something that I use that often, but it's definitely going to be something interesting for folks that just want to tab through and take a look at what kind of trackers you might own that you can go ahead and put on your emblems. The thing that I really look at is the checklist tab. Now this is super helpful. Why? Because it goes back to the triumphs. When we went to triumphs, as you guys see here, I'm trying to complete the Awoken of the Rift lore book. If I go to checklist and I click on this emblem right here, it's actually going to show me what lore I'm missing and where it is. So another great way to utilize this, a lot of you guys, again, are probably trying to complete some triumphs. For example, you might be trying to get all of Savathun's eyes destroyed utilizing Ruinous Effigy. So to find all of Savathun's eyes, I can go to the checklist, and it shows that I'm actually missing one. Now what's cool about this is I can actually click on this arrow, and it'll take me to the next tab, which is the Maps tab. This will actually go into the maps of Destiny, and it'll show you where everything is. So as you guys can see here, it actually has a nice circle around where I need to go. I can zoom in, and it shows me right there that I-9 is right there. I can click on it, and I can even click on a video. This will even take me to a video to show me where the eye is. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna click on the video, and as you guys can see here, boom. This is the video to show me where the eye is. I'm not actually going to play the video, but it's so cool that it'll take me right to where I need to go to figure out where this eye is and complete my triumph. So that's really cool. I love the map section. Once you're in maps, you can go ahead and just click this little section over here. And you can go to any of the different places. So I'm actually missing a handful of things in the Dreaming City. I'll click Dreaming City, I'll click out of this, and I can scroll out a little bit, and it will show me all of the things I'm missing. It shows me that there are some Ascendant challenges. It shows me where they are. It shows me where some of the lore is. It shows me where some of the regional chests are. Yes, I'm missing some regional chests. Don't at me. But it's pretty cool. Something that you can go ahead and take a look at. That's the map. So I love checklists, and it works very well with maps as well. So if you're missing some of the cat statues or the jade rabbits, that's another way to do it. And of course, I have show all. I can check that, and it'll show me everything, but I actually like to hide the completed ones to just show what I'm missing. All right, now there are two things I'm gonna go over pretty quickly. We're not gonna spend a lot of time, and that's the This Week and Now tab. This gives you a lot of great information. The With This Week tab, I spend a lot of time in the beginning of each week. So when Tuesday hits, the reset hits, this API updates, and it gives us a bunch of information. For example, the Flashpoint. It'll tell you exactly where it is. The Vanguard Singe, which is Void right now. So if you're gonna do any of the Vanguard strikes, make sure you're using Void. It'll show you the Savathun Curse for the Dreaming City, the Crucible Rotators. It'll show you the Nightfalls and everything associated with the Nightfalls, which is so cool. It'll show you the different modifiers active. It'll show you the different collectibles you can get, whether you have them or not. It'll show you the triumphs that are associated with it. It'll even show you the raid challenges that are available. And what's cool about this is that you can also dive deeper in, and you can click on the Now tab, and it'll show you things that are happening right now. So as you guys know, the modifiers change for Vanguard. It'll stay Void Singe, but it'll change from Blackout and Grenadier, which is really cool. So if I know that I want to go ahead and basically do some of these strikes now because, you know, we got the grenade modifier, it's definitely worth doing, right? It'll show you what forge is open if you're still trying to get some of the forges done. It'll show you some of the other information that's more personal, like, oh, I don't know, I'm the only person in my clan online right now, or I'm the only person in my fire team. It'll show me what pinnacle rewards I have left. You can see they're kind of shining here, so it makes it nice and easy to say, hey, make sure you do the Pit of Heresy because it's going to get you that pinnacle. It'll even down here show me where I am in my season pass. It'll show me what I haven't actually grabbed from my season pass, this Twisted Energy. I'm level 119, and I can actually tab through this and take a look at what different prizes or whatever I can get from the season pass. Now, what's cool about the This Week and the Now tab is you can actually customize these. So this might look different than your tabs, but you can actually click down here on the bottom right, which you guys can't really see. It says customize right here. So if I click this, it actually allows me to change the way this looks. So for example, you might not care about nightmare hunts. You can click this X and it gets rid of them. And instead, you could add more information about Escalation Protocol or the raids, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and click raids, and I'm gonna go ahead and click Garden of Salvation. And if I go back, you'll now see if I scroll down, boom, Garden of Salvation, it's right there. So this is something that's really cool. I really like about Braytech is the customization This Week in the Now tab. So take a look at that, kind of play with it and see what you guys like. Now, the last two tabs we're going to dive a little bit deeper into, but again, definitely something you guys just want to come in and just play with a little bit. So you've got the Now tab, you got the This Week, and now we have the Quest tab. The Quest tab is a super easy way to take a look at your bounties. I absolutely love this. It'll show you when they expire. You can see my trials. Bounties have expired. I completely forgot about them. But it'll show you some of the other things that you have as well. So I actually have to complete some of these, and it's easy to kind of just see and kind of get through. I also have my actual quests. And what's nice about this is that you can kind of tab over them and it gives you information. So the Remembrance quest, which is to get Luna's Howl. No, I have not got my Luna's Howl yet. Don't at me on this one. But the Luna's Howl quest will show me. I'm still working on my final blows. But what's cool is I can actually click into this. It'll give me all of the different steps. So after I get final blows, I'm going to have to get solar final blows. I'm going to have to get matches complete. And this is something that's really, really helpful as well. I love this. People will sometimes ask me, oh, what are the rest of the quest steps? I can just go in here and I can quickly just tell you what the quest steps are. It also is nice because it actually shows you where you are with your trials passage as well. So quests, something very, very helpful. You can dive in here. It's definitely a cool thing to take a look at. Now, the last tab I want to show you guys is the Reports tab. I love the Reports tab. Why? Because as a clan leader, or even just as a fire team leader sometimes, I want to look at information about how me and my clan are doing. So for example, me and my clan actually did a private Rumble match. I lost. I did not win. I actually did pretty poorly. I had a negative KD. Don't at me here. But you can see Empowered Fire crushed us. Shout out to you, Empowered. You killed it. And you can actually see how well he did. You can see he has a really high glory rank right now, so it's not too surprising that he's doing really well. He's got a really good KD here. You can see what kills he had. We can actually click on him and dive into some of his information. But again, we're not going to put him on blast right now. So that's something that's there. But we actually did a raid after that. And so if I click the raid, it shows us what we did in the raid. You can see that Darth, Moon, myself, Legend, Empowered, and Phoenix were all there. We all did the raid together, and it'll show how well we performed in that raid, which is pretty cool as well. Now, the reason that I like using this is because I like to go into Crucible, and I like to take a look at my sessions. We did a couple control matches before we actually went out and did the raid, and this is really helpful because I can click on any of these, like this match right here, and you can see I did really, really well. I had 24 kills and assists, but you can actually break that down at the amount of actual kills I got, how many deaths I got, and that obviously shows you your KD. You can see my glory points. I don't really play too much glory games, so for example, comp, but this is definitely a nice way to take a look at that. Another thing that I really like doing is taking a look at some of the more competitive matches. So for example, Trials of Osiris. Here's a game that we actually won, but what's nice is you can take a look at your ELO. Now ELO is kind of your hidden ranking, and you can see my ELO is okay, whatever, it's 1200, but what's nice is I can actually see, I was at 1200 ELO, and we definitely crushed this one guy. We killed him 7 times. He only got 1 kill, but his ELO was pretty low, so I'm not too surprised that we lost, or that he lost. But this guy, on the other hand, he's at 1600, which means we actually beat someone that's supposed to be better than us. So that kind of stuff is really nice to see, and you can do a deep dive there. So the reports function is really, really nice, and obviously it shows you more information over here as well. Don't laugh at my KDs here, guys. Some of these games I don't play a lot, so don't make fun of me. But of course, my Rumble, my control matches, yeah, that's what's important, all right? But I absolutely love this tab. And again, you can dive into some of this stuff like raids. You can even take a look at things like strikes and take a look at how well you did in strikes and stuff too. So take a look at the reports tab as well. Okay guys, this video is going on for really long. The last thing I want to show you is that there's even more stuff. Now, I'm not going to walk you through it, but as you guys can see, these were all the tabs that we took a look at, but there's also a couple other things here as well. You can compare yourself to other people. You can take a look at commonality, so what's the most rare items in the game, and what are the most common. And then something that I think is really helpful is the Destiny Content Vault. So this is actually going to show you what things you're not going to be able to get after this upcoming season ends. So I use this all the time. So it shows me everything that I have and things that I don't have. So if I, for example, want to make sure that I get this Taken Resurgence emblem, I'm going to want to get it now. This Asher's Asylum emblem, I'm going to want to get that now because it's going to go away soon. These records, which are basically triumphs, I'm going to want to make sure I get these because I'm not going to be able to get them soon. So I want to make sure I do one more bounty for Asher. That way I can go ahead and complete this and I can get the triumph score. Otherwise, it's going away and I'm not going to be able to do it anymore. So I know this was a long video, guys. I hope it was helpful. This is braytech.org. I know I was just kind of running through this, but I really hope this was helpful for you guys. I love braytech.org. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you going to be using Braytech? Let me know. Guys, like this video if you like it, subscribe if you want more Destiny 2 content, and of course, I'll see you guys online, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!